Welcome to this week's Hebrew class, which for this week is from Yahudah, which is John 13, verses 31 to 35. So let us now begin. And of course, as usual, we have the Nukud, the valve markings, with the useful resources and how to appropriate the valve marks as we see them when we read. So we begin now with verse 31, which is represented with a lamed and an aleph. Lamed value of 30 and aleph value of 1. And let us go through the letters. We have a hey, vav, aleph, yod, zade, aleph, vav, yod, hey, vav, shin, ayin, aleph, mem, resh, ayin, tav, hey, nun, tav, pei, because there's a dot there, aleph, resh, bayet, because of the dot, nun sofit, hey, aleph, dalet, and mem sofit, meaning a mem at the end of a word. And also remembering that when we have this dot next to it, then it's a oo sound, right? So let us read it. Hu, which literally means hey. And of course, we're talking about Yahudah or Judas in the English scriptures. Yatsa, meaning departed, or let's have a look. Yatsa is a kol verb. It means to leave, to exit, to go out, to go forth. Vayahushua and Yahushua or Yahusha, Amar said, Atta, which means now, nit pa'ar. So let's have a look what pa'ar or pe'er means. It's a PL verb here, to glorify, to esteem, to beautify, or to magnify. So therefore, with the prefixes, it then means is esteemed. And then we've got ben, son, Ha-Adam, the Son of Man. So, therefore, the English is he, that Judas, went out, and Yeshua said, now is the Son of Man glorified. So let's now read that. And it is who, Yatsa, Yahushua, Amar, Ata, nit pa'ar, ben ha'adam. Okay, let's move to part B, and we see it's got a vav, hey, aleph, lamed, hey, yod, mem sofit, nun, te, tav, pei, aleph, resh, bayet, and vav. And just to remind you, I put all the colors in there so that when we read it correctly, right? So it is the Ha-Elohim and the Elohim. Nit pa'ar is esteemed. Bo in him, because of course the bet is like a in. And the Elohim is glorified in him. So just read that now. And it is V'ha Elohim nit pa'ar bo. And turning to 32, we have a lamed value of 30, a vayet value of 2. And then we have a hey, nun sofit, hey, aleph, lamed, hey, yod, mem sofit, nun, tav, pei, aleph, resh, bayet, vav, vav again, gimel, mem sofit, yod, pei, aleph, resh, nun, vav, hey, aleph, lamed, hey, vav, mem sofit, bayet, ayin, zade, mem, and vav. And now let's read it. Hen, and I've translated here is. If we look down there, its root is basically the same. Hine, which as a prep means behold, see, here is, yes. So literally the hey is sort of dropped off the end. It's like a shorter form of it. So we can translate it as here is, or behold, right? So here is ha Elohim, the Elohim, nit par esteemed. Esteemed, bo in him, the gum, and also, because gum is also, ye nu, shall esteem him. So how do we get that? Well, the yod is like first person shall, and then pa'ar or pa'er we know means esteem from before, and nu at the end. Now, whenever nu doesn't have the dagesh in it, it tends to mean us or we, right? But when there's an dagesh in it, it tends to mean him or it. So in this case, it's he shall esteem him. Ha Elohim, the Elohim, be'atzmo. Well, the bet is in, and usually the O at the end means his, and atzem. That's the word we're looking at. And atzem is the root. It's a masculine noun. It generally means oneself. It's very specific. Or it could mean his self, right? It means self, basically, oneself. So in his self, I put it like that, even though it's usually translated as in himself. So in English it's, yes, the Elohim is glorified in him, and the Elohim shall also glorify him in himself. That's how it's translated, right? So now let's read that. And it is hen ha Elohim nit pa'ar bo v'gam ye pa'arenu ha Elohim be'atzmo. And now we turn to 32b, and we have a vav, veit, mem, hey, resh, hey, yod, fei this time, aleph, resh, hey, and vav. And it is u, vim, hera. And of course, this is and the veit is in, and then we have mahera, right? Now, if we look down here, maher is a piel verb to hurry, to hasten. And the piel is an intensive form of the verb. And in a hurry, there's some emphasis there. In a hurry, fa'arehu will esteem him. Again, this is still the root word for to esteem, right? Shall esteem him or will esteem him. So we have in himself, right, from the previous verse, and shall glorify him quickly. So we can understand it, right? I did make a note here that pronouns are almost always at the end of the word. That's why you have who at the end, right? And so let us read that. U vim hera ye fa'arehu. And now we're turning to 33, which is represented with a lamed and a gimel being the third letter of the alphabet, of course. So we get 33. And then we have a bet nun yod, ayin vav dalet, mem ayin tet, mem zayin, ayin resh aleph hey yod hey ayin, mem kaf mem sofit, aleph, tav, mem sofit, tav, veit, kuf, shin, vav, nun, and yod. So now let's read that. Banai, meaning my sons. And we see that the ayin is white, so it's silent, and it is od. Me'at. Od me'at. Still a little. Because me'at means small or little, right? Still little, a little. And then we have mizar, and it means minimal. So in context, it means minimal time. So if we look down there, mizar is a noun, means minimal or smallest. And then we have ayeh. Ayeh means I am. Again, we have the aleph is like the I, and haya means to be, right? And so translated, it could be said as I am. Imakem. Im is with, and kem, of course, is you, with you. Atem. You tevakshuni. Tevakshuni, shall seek me. And, of course, we see in the middle here these three letters. That's the root. You always got to look for the root. And it is bikesh, which is a PL verb, to seek, to request, to crave. You shall seek me. And then the English, my sons, yet a little while, I am with you. You shall seek me. Now let's read that. And it is, Banai, od, me'at, mizar, ayeh, imakem, atem, tevakshuni. And part B, and we have a vav, kaf, aleph, shin, resh, aleph, mem, resh, tav, yod, aleph, lamed, hey, yod, hey, vav, dalet, yod, mem, safit, kaf, yod, aleph, lamed, aleph, shin, resh, aleph, nun, yod, hey, vav, lamed, kaf, safit, lamed, aleph. And now let's read it. The kaf is share. And like that, because the kaf normally means like. Amarti, I have said, or I said. El to ha Yehudim, to the Yehudim, to the Jews. Ki, that. El, to, a share, to wear, because a share can mean where, that, which, who, depending. It's various meanings, but in context, to where. Ani, I am. Holek, going, because we know halak down here is a called verb to walk, to go, to proceed. With the cholam, it is a participle. So that's why I've translated as going. I am going. And then lo, not. So from the previous verse, you shall seek me, and as I've said to the Jews, where I am going, you are not. Right, now let's read that. And it is, the ka'asher amarti el ha-Yehudim ki el asher ani holek lo. And part C now, and we have a tav, a vav, a kaf, lamed, vav, lamed, veit, vav, aleph, shin, mem, hey, kaf, nun, safit, aleph, nun, yod, aleph, mem, resh, aleph, lamed, yod, kaf, mem, safit, ayin, tav, and hey. And we have it here. Tuk lu. Tuk lu. And also with the tav, it's like a second person. So it's you are able. So with the pronoun on the end, this becomes second person, which is you are able. So from the previous verse, it's not. It finishes with not you are able, right? And then we have lavo, meaning to come. Shama, there or to there. Can, honestly. And can down here, I've got it as an adverb adjective, which means yes, so, honestly, truthfully. So it could be you're able to come there truthfully. And then we got ani, I am, omer, saying. Again, it's like a participle. I am saying. Aleikem, unto you, to you. Ata, now. You are not able to come there. I also say to you now. Or we've got it there. I am saying to you now. Right. And now we're going to read that. And it is Tuklu lavo shama ken ani omer alekem ata. And 34, we have a lamed, 30. And we have a dalet, value of 4. And then we have a mem, zade, vav, he, chet, dalet, shin, he, aleph, nun, yod, nun, tav, nun sofit, lamed, kaf, mem sofit, aleph, shin, resh, tav, aleph, he, veyet, vav, aleph, yod, shin, aleph, tav, aleph, chet, yod, vav. Now let's read it. Mitzvah. Mitzvah is a commandment. Chadasha. Chadasha, meaning new. Ani, I am. No ten, giving. Because again, it's like a participle. Lakem, to you. Share, that. Te'ehavu. Te'ehavu. You shall love. And of course, the root word is ahav, which is a kal verb, to love, to like, to adore, to be fond of. So, and it's also second person because the tav there. So it's you shall love, right? It's not, yeah. And then we got ish, meaning a man, often translated as each one or something like that, but a man, it's literally saying a man. Et grammar marker, achiv. Achiv, meaning his brother. Again, the pronoun at the end means his. Grammar marker, his brother. I am giving you a new commandment, that you love one another. That's how they use that. And so we can read that again, also without any help. And it is mitzvah, chadasha, ani, no ten, lakem, asher, te'ehavu. Right, just again, te'ehavu. And then we have ish et achiv. And now we're part B, and we have a kaf, aleph, shin, resh, aleph, he, veyet, tav, yod, aleph, tav, kaf, mem safit, kaf, nun safit, gimel, mem safit, aleph, tav, mem safit, aleph, yod, shin, aleph, tav, aleph, Chet, Yod, Vav, Tav, Aleph, He, Vet, Vav, and Nun. So fit. And you may wonder why we have to keep reading the letters every time. Well, it's to give us total familiarity with them. So let's read it now. And it is kasher, like that. Ahavti, I have loved. Et kem, grammar marker you. Ken, so, or truthfully, right, from before. But so, gum also, atem, you, ish, a man, et, grammar marker, achiv, his brother, te havun, you shall love. Right, this is also an ending which is you, which in this sense can be like a plural ending, right, a plural of you. Now I've got down here, because that's an unusual ending, it's un, right? When we have un like that, it's a paragogic nun, attached to a finite verb, but its meaning is unknown. So we know that with the tav at the beginning, it's like second ending, so a second person. So therefore, we translate it as you shall love, and that you is like a plural ending. So I'm just giving you an ending which we just have to take for granted as meaning you shall love, as a plural of you, because they don't know exactly why it's like that, and it occurs sometimes. So let's now read that, and it is kasher ahavti et kem ken gam atem ish et achiv te'ehavun. All right, now we turn to 35, and it is a lamed and a hey being the fifth letter of the alphabet. And then we have a bet, zayin, aleph, tav, yod, dalet, ayin, vav, kaf, lamed, mem safit, kaf, yod, tav, lamed, mem, yod, dalet, yod, mem safit, aleph, tav, mem safit, lamed, yod, tav, shin, kaf, and nun safit. Now let's read that. And it's bazot, in this, because we know zot is this. Yedu, they shall know. Because here we got u at the end. It is a pronoun meaning they shall know. Kulam, and we know that kul or kol means all. So all of them is the translation, because the mem at the end can be them or they, right? Ki, that, talmidim, which are disciples. That disciples are tem, you, or you are. Li, meaning to, the lamed is usually to, and the yod is like me or mine, right? To me. And then we've got tishkon. Now again, tish is like second person, which means will or shall dwell. Right? Now we've got and, but it can also be like they translate it if. Right? So I've just added that, and will dwell, or if will dwell. We could say that too. With this, all of them shall know that you are my disciples, if dwells. So again, I've given you this down here. Kol as a prep means all, every, the entire, right? And of course, shakan, which is the root word of shakon. Shakan is a kol verb, to dwell, to reside. You could almost say that's a participle, and you could say will be dwelling. Right, so now let's read that. Bazot yedu kulam ki talmidim atem li tishkon. And then we have on the left, we have a hey, a vayet, a hey, a bayet, a yod, a nun, a yod, a kaf, and a mem so fit. And now we read it. Ahava, love, shall dwell love from the previous word. If is dwelling, love. B'nei kem. So what's b'nei? B'nei means between. If we looked at bayan, right? Bayan means between, among, amid, right? Between, and then kem is you. Between you or among you. If is dwelling, love among you. Right, now let's read that. Ahava b'nei kem. B'nei kem. All right. And now we're coming to our revision. So hopefully we're getting a bit more used to translating as we go along, and that's what we need to do so that we learn the words. So we know that lamed is a value of 30, aleph is a value of 1, and we have hu, which means he. In this case it's Judas or Yahudah. Yatsa went out, right? So he went out, departed. Va Yahushua and Yeshua, Amar said, Ata, now, Nit Pa'ar is esteemed, Ben, the son, Ha-Adam, of man, the son of man. So, he, Yahudah, departed, and Yahushua said, now is esteemed the son of man. The Ha-Elohim and the Elohim, Nit Pa'ar, which should be is esteemed, Bo in him. And the Elohim is esteemed in him. And then we have a lamed 30, vayet 2. So we're in 32. And it is hen, which can mean behold or here is. Ha, the Elohim. Ha Elohim, meaning the Elohim. Nit Pa'ar, esteemed. Bo in him. Vagam, and also Ye Pa'arenu, and shall be esteemed him. Ha Elohim, the Elohim. Be'atmo, in his self or in himself. Here is the Elohim esteemed in him, and also shall esteem him, the Elohim, in his self. Right, now we go again, and it is U Vim Hera, and in a hurry Ye Fa'arehu, shall esteem him, and in a hurry will esteem him. And then we have a lamed 30, a gimel 3. Banai, my sons. Od, which means still or more, still. Me'at, a little. Miz'ar, minimal, and then we've added to that time to give it what it's relating to, or the minimum amount of time, right? Yea, I am, imakem, with you, atem, you, tevakshuni, shall seek me. My son, still a little, minimal time I am with you. You shall seek me. And then we have the Ka'asher. And like that, Amarti, I said, El to Ha-Yehudim, the Jews, Ki that El to Asher, where Ani, I am, Holek, going, Lo, not. And like that, I have said to the Yehudim that to where I am going, not. And then we have Tuk Lu, which is you shall be able, Lavo to come, Shema to there. Ken so, Ani I am, Omer saying, Alekem unto you, Ata now. So let's translate it. You are able to come there. Honestly or truthfully, I am saying to you now. Then we have Lamed Dalet, which is 30 and 4. Mitzvah, a commandment. Chadashah, new. Ani, I am, noten, giving. Lakem, to you. Asher, that to Vu, that you should or you shall love. Ish, a man, et gramamaka, achiv, his brother. And translated, a commandment new I am giving to you, that you shall love a man, gramamaka, his brother. Ka'asher, like that, ahavti, I've loved, et kem, you, gramamaka, you, ken, so, gam, also, atem, you, ish, a man, et gramamaka, achi. I think that should be achiv, his brother, because it te'ehavun. Te'ehavun, which means you shall love. Yeah, that's supposed to be a vav there, like before. I don't know how that happened, but it means his brother. Like that, I've loved, gramamaka, you, so also you, a man, gramamaka, his brother, you shall love. And then we have here, Lamed 30, Hey 5, and we have Bazot. In this, Yedu, they shall know, Kulam, all of them, Ki that Talmidim, disciples, Atem, you, Li, to me, Tishkon, which they translate as if shall dwell, right? In this they shall know, all of them, that disciples you are to me, if will dwell. It literally it doesn't tell you, it might be like it shall dwell, right? Hava, love, benekem, between you. So we have love between you. So now we turn and let's look at the bottom line, right? This week. And we have to remember these. This, when the dot's next to the vav like that, it's called a shuruk. So it gives the sound of the vowel, shu. And then this one is a kubutz. So it gives the sound of the vowel there, which is ku. And this is called a kataf segol. Again, the sound of the vowel, se. And this is a chirik. So it's giving the vowel sound. And this is kataf, patak. Again, pat meaning a short A sound. And this is a kataf, kamatz. So it's a bit longer. So whenever you see this, it's a longer A sound. And it, of course, has a shavar with it as well, which breaks up the word, so into syllables. Right, okay. And we were doing, well, these are the charts. And firstly, we have the useful resources. And then we have the chart of the values. So we need to get very accustomed to them. So let's just look at this line again. A Zade has a value of 90. A Fe or Pei has a value of 80. An Ayin has a value of 70. A Samek has a value of 60. A Nun has a value of 50. And a Mem has a value of 40. That just helps us in our counting systems and that, to know that they use letters rather than actual numbers. And therefore, I wish to just wish you a Shavuot Tov, which means a good week, a good 7, literally. And I just pray that these lessons continue to inspire you to learn a bit more Hebrew and just see what it's saying in the Hebrew. And that way we can look at the Tanakh as well, the Old Testament, and we can actually start reading it, which we do every week. We read the Torah portion in Hebrew, and we find it's quite rewarding. And I just pray you are blessed. And so I want to wish you a blessed week. Amen.